Hello and welcome to Homestead Imaginations. I am Josh and I am planting some garlic for next year. A little late on planting. I was hoping to have done this like late October, but it is November 9th by the time I'm recording this. And I'm doing a little bit of an experiment, kind of like what I did last year. It is hard to see the holes because I've got this all composted, so it's not even like great soil or like soil. It's all mixed stuff of cow manure and leaves and all different things. So what I'm doing is I've got 2 rows. One's here, one's here. I've already pre-dug. I used this thing, like right where, I can't see it. Right there at like the tip of this was 3 inches deep. And then I'm going to put like an inch of stuff on top. So I use that to do this. So instead of measuring, I just kind of was able to use that, so I made it a little bit quicker. These 2 rows are going to be 4 inches deep total. So I dug these holes 3 inches deep now because I'm going to put an inch of, I got a bag of mulched leaves, like shredded leaves, and then I've got wood chips that are going to go on top, and then I'm going to put some straw on top for the winter. But then the straw will come off in the spring. But that's going to be like the raised bed. I've got this all composted. It still needs to break down, so it's not perfect, but it'll break down over the winter as well and into the spring. So these 2 rows are 4 inches deep, and they are 6 inches spacing. So I've got 4. So 4 holes, so that's 8 here. Then right next to it, I've got 2 rows of, again, 4 inches. That'll be 4 inches total depth. And then these are only 5 inches apart. And then the next are going to be 5 inches deep, 5 inches apart. And then the last 2 rows are 5 inches deep, 6 inches apart. So I'm just trying spacing and checking things because like I didn't find an issue with mine being, I found there was a lot of space left over around my garlic last year, but again, they also kind of grew small. So I'm just kind of testing depth to really get where I want to be. Last year I did 3, 4, 5, and 6 inch depths. I did not like the 3, and the 3s did not do well at all, and the 6s kind of struggled a little bit too. It was definitely 4 or 5, so I'm testing 4 inch depth versus 5 inch depth, and then I'm also testing spacing of either 6 or 5 inches. So I've got 36 total garlic. Last year I planted 22. This year I'm doing 36, and what I'm going to do is I've got all the garlic cloves over here. And some of these are like really big, like really good. Like last year I planted some really small garlic cloves, but I saw a video where people were suggesting that like the bigger the clove, like the better the garlic will grow. So that's what I'm basically doing. So I'm just taking these and just popping them in the holes. So I'm just gonna show every single one because I want to be able to compare. I want to be able to see each one that I'm putting in for size, and then being able to compare how well did they grow. And another thing that like I used to be like a counter, like quantity counter when I first started gardening. Like I did it last year, and I even started it this year. But then I just got so overburdened with time, and I just didn't have the time to, I don't know if I showed that one properly. I didn't have time to like count all my harvest, and then like watching other people, I was like, all right, like it's not necessarily the quantity of what you're growing, it's about, because you could grow something like really small, and if you're counting just by quantity, it's going to, throw off like how much you're actually producing. So, because I want to count and keep track of what I'm doing, because I want to be able to know that I'm getting better. Like in instances like this where I'm trying new things, the only way to really know the end results is if you actually compare and you have like actual good measurement. So what I'm going to start doing next year, I'm going to be getting a produce scale, a scale that can just measure produce, and I'm going to be measuring or weighing everything that I grow next year, and then I'll be able to go back to doing my like yearly totals of being like, I grew this many pounds of this, vegetable or fruit, and then be able to use that as my metric of growth and production. So like, look at all these cloves. Like, these cloves are huge. I remember, so it's the same, I got them, the garlic last year I got from another homesteader friend, and I didn't even look at garlic cloves. I just broke up like a couple heads, and I used them, and whatever size, and like there was a lot of small ones that I planted last year, but this year I purposely like looked for like the biggest like biggest ones to plant. Oh wait, oh, I didn't plant one here. Watching these garlic grow in the spring is so much fun. You plant it and then you don't even start seeing it for several months, so it's kind of a fun one to, because it's such a long time before you actually get anything. So once that spring hits and you're starting to get things planted and everything's starting to grow, and then all of a sudden you see your garlic starting to sprout up, it's just such a cool thing. Plus, like, we really like garlic, so like another reason why I'm testing like going a little bit tighter with these and going like 5 inches, or 5-inch spacing between them, is because we definitely need more garlic, and I've only got so much garden space right now. Next year, one of my not big, because I'm trying to not do a lot next year of new stuff. I want to focus on really maintaining the gardens and setting up better systems for myself to make my life a little bit easier, less time crunch. I want to build a few more raised beds next year, get some pallets that are fire burned or heat treated is what they call it, so that way I can get more raised bed space, because we're starting to grow more. We got into sweet potatoes this year. This year was our first harvest of garlic, onions, let's see, what else did we do for the first time? Oh, potatoes and sweet potatoes. So like nothing we grew, we got everything we needed of. So we definitely need more of all the vegetables and stuff that grow in your root vegetables. We definitely don't have enough of that, enough space to grow everything that we'd want. So I need to expand. Next year I want to expand and be able to do more, because we definitely could use a lot more potatoes. I mean, everything. We could use a lot more of all of that stuff. So, all right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this soil here on the raised bed. I'm going to fill in all the holes, cover it all back up. And then I'm going to put the leaf mulch right there. I'm going to put that, and then put the wood chips on top, and then I'm going to put straw on top of where this garlic area, so it keeps this well insulated for the entire winter. But the wood chips and the leaves, that's going to be its normal covering. That was the other thing I didn't do well with this last year with the garlic. I did not cover the soil, so like the sun burnt it out. So I think that was a big part of why like I got great size of these of the garlic. The bulbs themselves weren't very big, but obviously their cloves were huge. So like I'd get a garlic that was literally just 2 huge cloves instead of a bunch of cloves. So at least I got good sized cloves, but I didn't get like a big bulb. So this will help with that, help with the watering, and then obviously I need to get better with watering. So all right, that's it for this year. That's it. This is the last thing I'm doing garden wise. Probably for this year, might do some little maintenance stuff around some of the other stuff. Like I gotta cover some different things. I actually got that's cauliflower that never grew anything. I still haven't cut it out because it started to grow ahead, and I was just kind of just testing to see like how deep into this late fall can we go with it, see if it would keep growing. It's got a little head, but I doubt it's going to do anything. But that's all I've got left in the garden. I harvested everything so far. I just harvested the carrots. So all right, that's enough for today. I will catch you next time, and check back in the spring, and we'll see and compare, or spring, late spring, early summer, when we actually harvest these, and see how well they did. All right, I'll catch you next time. Thank you for watching. Make sure you comment and like and subscribe, and continue watching as this journey grows as I continue to keep building out this homestead. So take care. Bye-bye. Oh, keep the imagination rolling. All right, take care. Bye-bye.